A society to have order and to protect its citizens must have rules. Rules or laws are created and agencies are formed to enforce the rules. In the United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. Our judicial system, our courts, have the task of determining guilt. When guilt is found, the courts mete out the consequences. If we follow the rules of our society, we may never have to face the bar of justice inside a criminal courtroom. Join us now as we see an actual Lake County court in session.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Judge Miller. Could all of you, including the visitors we have in the room, please raise your right hands? All the way, right hand, all the way. Do each of you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and this you do under the pains and penalty of perjury? Yes. Thank you. You can put your hands down. Each of you has a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. When you get to the microphone, please let me know if you're under 18. Please let me know if you're not a citizen of the United States. If you're not a citizen of the United States, entering a plea today could affect your immigration status. Please let me know if you're on probation or parole, because if you plead today, it could affect your probation or parole status. If you plead today, you're giving up your right to have a trial and have an attorney represent you at the trial. Today, we're being tape recorded, that's what the blue light means, and videotaped. If I sentence you on a criminal case, you need to go to room 105 and either sign up for the payment plan or pay it in full. The least that can be is $273. That is in addition to whatever we sentence you to here in the courtroom. Sean Henley?
I'm on probation, Your Honor.
Number? You said you're on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Misdemeanor or felony?
Felony.
Oh, dear. All right. You had a driving while license suspended in Orange County 2 years ago. It was civil. You should have gone to school to get the points off. You didn't. 3 of these in a 5-year period, you lose your license for 5 years. So you have that one, and now this one. This one, you were supposedly suspended for not paying a Lake County ticket and not paying the payment plan. After you got stopped, you went and fixed everything, and you have a valid driver's license now. State, this one it's iffy in that everyone doesn't realize if you don't pay the payment plan, you're going to get suspended. They tell you when you sign the contract, but there's a whole sheet like this, and everyone doesn't read every detail to it. He does have a prior civil from 2 years ago. If he's sentenced on this as a criminal charge, even if he were to say no fine, it could violate his felony probation. Even if we change it to a civil, the felony court could say, oh, they just did that to help him out. We're going to still violate him. But if it stays criminal, obviously it's much worse. Is this one that you're willing to change to a civil since it was for the payment plan and he went he went within a week, paid off the payment plan and got his license back?
Does he have his license with him now? Can I see it, please?
We have the printout that shows he got it back.
Yes, Your Honor, the state would amend to a civil.
Okay, Mr. Henley, this is your lucky day then. We are changing this to a civil, but I think I need to call your probation officer and give your probation officer a heads up because the violation could already be in the works. And all the difference it would make is your probation officer could recommend an ROR instead of that you get arrested. But the felony judge is still going to have to decide.
What is a ROR, miss?
Releasing you on your own. But I have nothing to do with the felony. I'm just going to call your probation officer and say we dropped it to a civil.
All right.
Who's your probation officer?
It's Officer Ward, ma'am.
Ward? Leesburg or Tavares?
Tavares.
Tavares.
How can I help you?
Hi, this is Judge Miller. You're on the speakerphone in open court.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a defendant who was who's on felony probation. He got charged with a driving while license suspended in misdemeanor court.
Okay,
We changed the charge from a criminal charge to a civil charge,
okay.
and we hope that will keep him from getting violated.
Correct.
Okay, his name is Sean Martel Quadim Henley.
Henley is his last name?
Henley.
Okay,
And the driving while license suspended that was criminal is now civil.
okay.
And do you want your case number so you can look them up?
Yes, ma'am, please, thank you.
Well, I say that and now I'm not. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay,
2010 CF 000839.
okay.
And I have to say C.
See, okay,
Okay, C. And we're hoping you don't have to violate him since we changed it to a civil.
okay, we'll address it, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
When's your next appointment?
April 14th.
Okay, so when you see Officer Ward, you'll have the discussion about whether they're going to violate you or not. That's all I can do to help you there. All right,
All right, I appreciate it, man.
so we're changing it to a civil, and we'll get you your paperwork in just a moment. It's $210, 6 months to pay.
All right, thank you.
Corey Roberts to the microphone. Ms. Roberts, this says you were on pretrial intervention. The state had a deal with you. You finish everything on pretrial intervention and they'll drop the charge.
Yes, ma'am.
And my notes say you didn't finish anything.
I paid $312, I believe.
Did you do any community service?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I was working 2 jobs and I just didn't have time.
Well, I hope the 2 jobs paid a lot of money because this now is going to be a crime. And the minimum it can be is like $500. When you got charged with allowing a person under 21 to consume alcoholic beverages, were you at work or at home?
I was in my home and I live above a local business in downtown Eustis, and I guess the police officers observed me having a glass of wine out of my kitchen window, and they assumed that I didn't look 21, and they entered my apartment through my front door that was unlocked and entered the mudroom and then knocked on the door that I have.
And how old are you?
I turned 22 in April.
All right, the officer said there were juveniles throwing rocks or stones off of a building, apparently your building. Not saying you're throwing, but...
Yeah, I had no idea about that.
Okay, let me finish so I can
know.
catch up with what you've said. So the officers walked around the building, and I noticed roof access from an east second-story apartment. We also noticed juveniles in the same apartment through a north window drinking what appeared to be an alcoholic beverage. We made contact at the apartment door where Corey Willis answered with a glass of wine in her hand. She is a renter over 21. Casey Roberts walked out of another room with a Bud Light in his hand. There were 5 individuals in the apartment who stated they were on the roof dropping rocks. They all stated, including Casey, that they were not targeting cars or people, just dropping rocks. Casey's 16. He admitted to having consumed 2 beers. The other one's only 19. Corey and Eric were arrested.
I wasn't arrested, it was only my...
Wait, I'm reading. Corey's charge was serving or providing. Eric's charge was possession. Casey was also arrested for possession. Were you the only one over 21?
Yes,
And it's your apartment?
yes, ma'am.
Nobody else, no one else who was there lived there?
No, ma'am.
So they're saying it's your apartment, you shouldn't have let those people consume alcohol in your apartment?
But I'm saying that they walked through, I have a
That's a
front...
different issue, but that's what the charge is, that you shouldn't have let those people have alcohol in your apartment, you were in charge.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you've already signed a piece of paper that says you're guilty when you entered the pretrial intervention contract. So it's very hard to win a trial when you've already confessed that you let them have alcohol. But you want to talk to an attorney and you want to say they had no right to be in your apartment.
Can I hear the plea first and then decide?
It's
Because,
pretty much what you already had. Now you'll be on 6 months probation, and it's on your record now, whereas before we were going to dismiss it. So it's what you already had to do. You'll be on 6 months probation. You can get off of probation when you finish everything you were supposed to do in the first place. Plus now you have to go to room 105 and sign up for the payment plan, and that's another at least $300.
okay. I'll just take it because I just want it to be done with. Like,
Well, neither way is going to make it done with right
I know.
away.
I just want the quickest way possible because,
The quickest way possible is if I put this off for a month and you come back in here next month with everything finished.
okay. And the money that I already have paid, that is still
Counts.
included? Okay.
You want to try that way?
Yes, please.
All right, your present, we're going to continue it till next month, which is May 1st, 2013, 8 a.m. Defendant to try to complete. Now, that contract was not with me, so I can't promise you the state will agree to dismiss it at that point.
Okay.
But we'll see you next month with proof everything got finished.
All right.
Paul Alshire, please. Okay, Mr. Alshire? Mr. Alshire, you are charged with driving while license suspended and attaching a tag not assigned. You had a prior driving while license suspended in Lake County in 2011. I'm going to go back and withhold on that one. If I didn't do that, this one would habitualize you. You would have had 3 within a 5-year period. So I'm going to go back to that one and withhold, so this one won't habitualize you.
Thank you,
But
Judge.
you get another one, and you're going to lose your license for 5 years. And the reason you were suspended was for not paying a ticket in Lake County. Do you have your valid license back?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the ticket you didn't pay?
It was for registration.
It wasn't for insurance.
I don't think so, no. The ticket I got was for registration. It had just expired.
And that was back in August, and you didn't pay it until just now.
I don't think it was August. I think it was,
You've been suspended since August for not paying a Lake County ticket. Failure to display
yes, it
registration.
was August. I was thinking it was in May or something.
And tell me again, you have your valid license?
Yes, ma'am, I took
Did-
care of all this.
Do you see, have you seen it?
State is aware the defendant's driver's license is valid.
Did you have valid registration at the time you were stopped last time?
This truck that I have has
Yes
all
or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so now you fixed it, but at the moment you were stopped, you didn't have it.
That's correct.
Okay, so now everything's fine. The only reason he was suspended was for the registration on this truck, and he has a story to tell if you want to hear it.
Oh.
What's the offer from the state?
Well, Your Honor, as to count, has the defendant fixed the registration?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Well, Your Honor, the state will announce no information as to count 2, but will adjudicate on count 1, 2 months probation, early termination after the defendant pays $200 fine.
So the state is going to drop the attaching a tag not assigned because you told us you fixed it. But the driving while license suspended, you got sent a letter last July and didn't fix it until you got stopped now. So the state is not willing to drop it. So if you're sentenced on this, it will be your second within a 5-year period. And if you get another one, you'll be habitualized.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a deal?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the way you have it written up? Or did you change anything?
I changed a bit on.
Okay, could you tell Miss Angie so she can write it up? We're announcing and no information on the attaching.
On count 2. And count 1 will be an adjudication, 6 months probation. The defendant can early terminate after he pays the $200 fine.
Okay?
Is that the same as the payment plan, Judge?
Payment plan is totally separate. When you leave here, you have to go to room 105 and sign up for the payment plan, and that will be at least another $300.
Okay, do I also need to see the probation people on the way out?
It was 6 months probation, early term, is that what she said? 6 months probation,
Yes, Your Honor.
yes, you have to go to probation on your way out, and that will be $55 a month until you finish.
Okay.
Not cheap. All right, good luck. Have a seat, and could I have John Reedy to the microphone, please? Proof for what? Mr. Elshire, if you have proof of registration that you fixed it, even though you've now paid it, you didn't give them the proof.
Right, the office wasn't open this morning.
So you have to go give them proof or they're going to suspend you again. All right? Don't forget. All right, Mr. John Robert Reedy III. Mr. John Robert Reedy III, I sentenced you on a driving while license suspended. I told you you had to pay $300 and no new law violations. You paid $182 on that, and you allegedly have a new law violation for driving again.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Not good. State, your recommendation?
Your Honor, this time the state offers an adjudication of guilt and 5 days in the Lake County Jail, credit time served, gain time earned.
And Your Honor, I'm working on trying to get my license back now.
And that would be wonderful,
I've
but
been trying and trying.
you haven't had a license since '09.
Yes, ma'am.
You knew you weren't allowed to drive, and this is your second time getting caught driving.
Yes, ma'am. It was only this time just to get milk for my kid. That was it.
What?
Only reason it was this time just because I had to go to the store and get milk for my daughter. That was the only reason I don't drive.
Why do you have a car if you don't drive?
It was my wife's.
So why didn't your wife go to the store?
She's doing everything else. She's the only one working right now. I'm unemployed.
So if she's home with a car, she could have gone to get milk.
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, it was just a different
Because
situation.
this is going to cost you $500 at least. That's a very expensive quart of milk, gallon of milk, whatever. Not good judgment. How did you get here today?
My wife's here.
Wife, where are you? Come on up with him, please. Why haven't you taken care of your ticket in Orange County?
They were all tickets back from, I think there was like '03 and '05. I've been going through it. I did time, and then when I got out, they said I was good, and I paid it, and I was good. I keep getting it back and suspended
Could you give him a
again.
copy of the printout, please? You've got a ticket in Orange County you have not paid. Last year, you went and got an ID card.
Yes, ma'am.
Once you got an ID card, that cancels your license.
Yes, ma'am.
So, your license is canceled, as well as suspended for not paying the one ticket. Then you had a payment plan in Orange County.
Yes, ma'am.
You stopped paying.
Yes, ma'am. This was years ago.
Once you stopped paying, they suspended you. So I don't know if it's for the same ticket, but you just have to go to Orange County, go online if you want to. You have to pay a ticket and pay the payment plan. That could be the same case. They didn't give us the numbers. So either you have two things, the payment plan and pay a ticket, or the payment plan is for that same ticket. But that's all you have to fix to get your license.
Yes, ma'am. It was just like the total amount though was like $1,240. That's why I haven't had the money.
I don't understand how it can be $1,240, but that's
I
between...
called the collection place themselves.
Okay, and now, Mr. Reedy, on top of that, this is going to be, well, for one thing, you're going to jail, and for the other thing, it's going to be $500 now.
Is there any way like doing the weekend thing or something like that? 'Cause like I said,
No,
she's doing
because
working. We have
you-
5 kids and.
That was your choice
I understand that.
also.
They're trying to get everything situated.
I signed I have an order of commitment. Is he on an add-on here?
Your Honor, page 15.
Okay, Mr. Reedy has his priors, and state wants 5 days. If you had your driver's license fixed, it might be the weekend work program, but meanwhile, you have the order of commitment for 29 days. And this is on the same suspension. So there's absolutely no way you didn't know you were suspended. You knew you could not drive. I'm signing the order of commitment. Do you go by Mrs. Reedy?
Yes, but I have not legally changed my maiden name over to my married name. My license and my social security card still has my maiden name on it.
Okay, what's that?
Merritt,
Miss Merritt.
yes.
All right, Miss Merritt, you said you have a driver's license?
Yes, ma'am.
He violated his suspended sentence. I will reduce the suspended sentence because he paid more than half of what he owes. So instead of being the 29 days, I would cut that in half. And if he enters a no contest plea today, instead of a fine on the new one, it would be the same 15 days for both. So, Mr. Reedy, if you plead today, it will be 15 days that will close out the first driving while license suspended, and the same 15 days will close out the new one. You'll still have to pay the mandatory costs. Can't do anything about that. If you enter a not guilty plea to the new one today, that's fine, but you're going to jail on the first one. And if you get another one within the next 5 years, tell us, it will take your license for 5 years.
Is there something let's say that we can set up for the weekend thing? Is that, 'cause like, I mean, that's why, like, I was supposed to be here a couple weeks ago and had to reschedule because of childcare. Then I'm the only one who's, watching them right now.
I work between 45 to 50 hours a week, and
You're an amazing woman.
thank you. And I'm the only one that's providing the household income at the same time. He has been currently looking for employment. I know,
He shouldn't have driven.
I agree.
And you can go to jail for 2 months for allowing him to drive the car that only you are supposed to be driving. So we're not going there.
Okay.
He was not allowed to drive, and you're not allowed to let someone drive your car who doesn't have a valid license. So, Mr. Reedy,
Does it have to be today?
Can we schedule it for maybe Monday?
he's scheduled for what?
Can we maybe schedule for Monday to turn himself in, so that way at least gets the kids through the holiday weekend?
I don't really care about the holiday weekend.
Well-
What's going to change?
But we still have to be able to find somebody to be with the kids, because right now they're on spring break. That means she would have to take off work.
And when is spring break over?
They go back to school on Monday.
So they go back Monday, and you're still gonna have to have someone to watch them because you're working so many hours.
Right, but that way it'll give me a couple of days to be able to arrange childcare also.
All right, if on the new one, you plead to the 15 days, and the turn-in date will be Monday at 7 p.m., and if you don't turn yourself in, it's going to be, first, it will be 59 days in jail. So if you're not there at the jail Monday at 7 p.m. and the sheriff has to come get you, it will be to do 2 months.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll write on here to be served at booking. Miss Angie had a good idea. I'll wait till Monday morning to sign it.
Okay.
Good idea. Okay, so bring it to me Monday morning to sign. And that's if you're pleading to the new one, 15 days to turn yourself in Monday night.
And those will run the two cases together combined? Or-
And both will be closed. He doesn't owe the rest of the $150 or whatever on the first one, but it does not change the mandatory costs at the payment plan. I can't do anything about that. That still is whatever it is. And you have to go today to sign up for a new payment plan.
Okay.
An additional payment plan.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he's entering a no contest plea. He's going to have to be printed. It's 15 days. And where do we say concurrent? Because they,
It'll be on the court sheet, because it's not what you're overseeing.
okay, so even though we haven't served it yet, okay. All right, we're going to print you, and then you're going to turn yourself in Monday, 7 PM to do 15 days. No credit for any time served. 15 days will start when you, Monday. Okay. Michael Corey the second. Mr. Curry, how old are you?
25.
All right, this is worded backwards to me. So you were over 21, and you apparently allowed people under 21 to consume alcohol. This says liquor possession by a minor at an open house party. It says at your residence.
Yes, ma'am, but there was no minors there. And when I found out there was, it was my fiance's little brother's friend, and I made him leave immediately. So when the
So-
cops showed up, he wasn't on my property. He was actually in his car leaving.
The officer said he has to respond several times to your residence for loud music and drinking. Mr. Rowland said he brought his own beer. All right, there's another one that has some unusual circumstances. So you're going to say not guilty. Minor brought his own beer and was told to leave. Did I get that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to enter a not guilty plea at this time, and we're going to give you your plea negotiation sentencing dates, and when you come at plea negotiation, we'll see if the state plans to go forward.
Okay.
Wait for your paperwork. Next, we have Russell Richardson. Mr. Richardson, you are charged with no motor vehicle registration. We said if you bring us proof that the other person owned the vehicle, we'll drop it.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you show the state? And the vehicle is a 2008 Audi?
Yes, it's like a little scooter.
Is it an Aldi or an Audi?
Aldi, I think it is.
Aldi
LY,
scooter.
something like that. I was just repairing it for her.
I remember now. Okay, he was just test driving it after he did some repairs. We said we'd drop it if he showed us it was the other person's vehicle.
Yes, Your Honor, this serves as proof. If they,
So the state's going to announce no information?
yes, Your Honor. If-
Could you take the papers, please? Defendant is present, provided proof, and the state is announcing that they will drop the charge. We'll get your paperwork in just a moment. Thank you for bringing that. All right, next we have Christopher Robinson, please. Christopher Robinson, Mr. Robinson, you're charged with a theft charge. You didn't show up January 16th. I guess you got arrested. I'm not sure for not showing up.
I turned myself in.
Probation?
No.
Christopher Robinson, could you tell him what your recommendation is?
Yes, Your Honor, the state offers an adjudication of guilt, 6 months probation. The defendant can early terminate probation after paying a $200 fine, taking a shoplifter's class, taking the Goodwill employment class, or showing proof of employment, and the defendant is not to return to Walmart while on probation.
Did you say restitution?
And the items, in the probable cause to state that the items were recovered, no?
Not guilty.
All right, well, you've heard the offer from the state on this one. You're going to enter a
Not
not guilty plea, and the state needs to get a copy of the video. Are you getting a private attorney, or do you need the public defender?
Public defender.
All right, PD appointed. There'll be a $250 minimum charge for their service, and Mr. Rogers
How
is
much minimum?
$250 minimum
I heard
charge.
400. Okay.
Okay, thank you.